As you just saw, iPhoto is one of the applications that completely changes the way that we deal with our pictures. Now, for people coming from the Windows world whose idea of photo management is multiple folders of photos nested in their My Pictures folder, this is a revolution. iPhoto is all about fitting into our lives. Now, we've looked at organizing and managing our pictures, but iPhoto also excels at allowing us to share or publish our pictures. And let's take a look at that. And if we look down at the bottom of iPhoto, we see some of the different projects that we can do. We can create slideshows, cards, calendars, and books. As well, we can order prints and do some internet-related things like iWeb and photocasting our photos. Well, let's start and show you how easy it is to share our photos in any of these ways. So I'm just going to select one of my original albums here. I'm going to choose the Portugal album. And let's say friends are coming by to take a look at all the photos that somebody took on a trip to Portugal. Just go into the slideshow mode here, and rather than now just paging through all of the photos on the computer screen or on the TV, we can create an instant slideshow. Now, this isn't like going into PowerPoint and creating a presentation. This is going to be a nice slideshow that's going to flow. It's not designed for presentation. It's designed to be a slideshow. It's very simple, but we can do things like adding all sorts of wonderful random transitions to it. We can add the Ken Burns effect, which is that nice panning over top of photos. We can add some music to the slideshow, and I'm going to just go into, here's where we see how it works hand in hand with some of the other iLife applications. I've got my iTunes library here, and I like that Carolyn Drury woman. I think she's a good singer, so let's put some of her music behind. Once you set all those things up, you can just play it, and it automatically goes full screen with the music embedded, and it creates some nice transitions. So if you're going to be talking about your trip to Portugal, this is much nicer than just paging through the pictures one at a time. And as you can see, it only took moments to put together. So that's one way that we can share our photos. Now, another way is by actually creating hard copy. We can create, let's go into the Kenya pictures here because we'll do it with Jeff's Kenya trip. We can do also cards, calendars, and books. Now, producer Jeff just got back from a safari to Kenya. So I thought, what a great idea. Let's do a book, a coffee table book, because he took some great photos. So one evening I took all of his photos, I went into iPhoto, and I clicked on the book tool. Now I can publish a book using Jeff's photos. And these books range in prices, and the first thing you're going to want to do is find out how much they cost. So you can go into the cost area here, which will tell us that hardcover books cost about $30 for an 8.5 by 11 hardcover double-sided book. All the way down, you can do small double-sided soft-covered books for about $4 each. Now, this is US dollars. So I said, I'm going to publish Jeff a book, and we'll see how it all turns out. So it's a very easy process. What happens is you first of all choose the format. I'm going to do a large hardcover book, and then you choose a theme, and there's a whole series of themes to choose from. And this is similar with other iLife applications such as iMovie, where you can create themes to movies, or iDVD for themes for DVDs. These are themes for travel. So I chose the travel book, and then it loads it into a wizard. And then it's a very simple and engaging process where you go through the different photos and you drag them into the placeholders. Now, you don't have to worry. If the photo's not high enough resolution to be reproduced where you put it, they give you a little warning saying this photo won't work. And we simply work our way page by page through the book, a place to add some text, and then places to start dropping all of the different individual photos in. And if you want to modify the pages at all, change the page layout or change the design of the page, we can do so right here. So you have total control. There's even an autoflow which will take all of your pictures and flow them in. Once you're finished, you go to Buy Book. Now, when I ordered this book, it cost me, by the time I landed, around $50 to get this book here, but I also put a rush on it to get it in quickly. But it turned out spectacularly. There's the cover, Kenya as I saw it, with Jeff. And as we go in, we can see each of the pages are nicely published. There's a little text area, and I just used the pre-done template for it. And we can see that the photos turned out absolutely spectacular. This is one of my favorite photos right here. This is actually Jeff's room as he looked over the savannah and a watering hole. Just an unbelievable photo. But now this is a great coffee table book, and it seems so much better than a do-it-yourself project. Take a look here at the binding. The binding is professionally done, so this isn't like something that's stapled together yourself. This feels like it's a limited edition coffee table book that will live for years, I hope, on Jeff's coffee table for him to share with friends. Now, beyond doing the coffee table books, let's just go back here. You can also do things like calendars, and you can also create different gift cards. Now, the calendars I like because the calendars give you one new option that most of us has never had before. We can, first of all, choose again the format. You choose your theme. Once you've chosen the theme, you can import holidays into it. So you can create a National Steve Day, which I think would be a great holiday for us all to share. That's something kind of unique that you haven't been able to do before. Additionally, here we have iWeb and photocasting, which are internet sharing applications. We've actually looked at both of them in previous episodes, but in a nutshell, iWeb allows us to quickly create a website with all of our photos, and photocasting allows us to broadcast them to friends who are interested in our photos. Now, these calendars and books are stunning in quality, and they're surprisingly affordable. Think of them as very special limited editions for a wedding party, making a gift book for the bridesmaids and groomsmen, or even better, for the parents. It's a unique gift that everyone who receives it will cherish. Now, you can publish 5 or 6 full-size books like this for around $300, and you can publish a couple of dozen smaller books for the same price. What an awesome idea!